Wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's conquest. For brunch, or be your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
All right, we are here. Welcome to brunch. It is the first final week of 3v3 GAC during brunch time. I actually forgot to mention something in the brunch message, so I'm going to do something there real quick. No, and then I'll explain it in just a second. Sunday brunch. All right, I just added a note on Discord just real quick for those of you who are here right now. This is going to be the last Sunday brunch for 2 weeks. Don't worry, I'm not quitting the game. And don't worry, it is the summer, so I do have the work week brunches for GACs. But next Saturday night, I have a wedding to go to upstate, which means that we will be staying upstate. And in 2 weeks, I will be on vacation at the beach. So I will not be able to do brunch for 2 whole freaking weeks. Now, next week is not that big of a deal. There's no GAC going on. It's territory battles. We've done that a million times in the past. In 2 weeks, it'll be the first week of GAC in 5v5, so I am a little bit sad about that. But like I said, it is still the summer, so we will be doing our... I'm not quitting. Calm down, Shadow. We will be doing Monday brunch. No, is it Monday? It's Tuesday. I think Tuesday, right? Tuesday GAC brunch. And next Friday, this upcoming Friday, GAC brunch. I don't know what it is. Yes. Yes, Xander. We are quitting for 2 weeks and then we come crawling back. Look for my I'm quitting post right after this, and then in 2 weeks look for my I'm coming back to the game post. Why not make a beach brunch? Well, I don't think the other people in the house will be happy about me doing that. Well, not the house. We got a hotel. My wife decided for us that this year for vacation, we are going with her parents to Ocean City, New Jersey. So I'm going to the beach with my in-laws. It's going to be super, super fun. Actually, I like my in-laws. I don't dislike them at all, but so I would I would still rather be here. I'm not quitting. What is all this crap? Maybe we'll make like a video or something and stream off of the Wi-Fi at the hotel and tell my wife tell my wife yells at me to go back to sleep. Why I'm quitting and why I'm quitting. In the 8th grade, I had a shirt that said "Rehab is for quitters." I found it in Ocean City, Maryland. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world because I was a little edgelord. And I used to wear it to school. My teachers hated it, but you know, they couldn't say anything because they'd go, "Oh, that's an inappropriate shirt," and I'd say, "No, no, no, it's saying to quit." Thank God I'm not in 8th grade anymore, right? Like that's a pool and a hot tub stream. Who's paying for my my hotspot for those days? maybe Egnards will have a hot tub stream. No, it is just for 2 weeks. I am not quitting. I am too ingrained in the game. I enjoy the game. As much as we love to hate on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I do for the most part really enjoy my time playing. Still the edgelord. Yes, I am still the edgelord. And Shadow, good morning, man. Go to sleep. It's what, 6:05. It's like no, it's 5 in the morning for you. Can I hear a count? Everybody's going to go around. I'm going to pop onto Reddit later and it's going to be like, Egnard's quitting. And everyone's going to be like, nobody cares. Go away. All right, let's pop into game. We have $26 on the Jar Jar Swear Jar. We are going to give some people a chance to kind of pop into brunch and see what's going on. While we do that, we are going to do some Coliseum. I've been really trying to get the RNG on this to work. because there is a nice, neat, if you are a spender, if you are somebody who is doing really well in Coliseum, there is a way to get to tier 7. And I cannot seem to get all of the debuffs to land. I have gotten to 96% though in tier 6, which is still leagues above most people. And it does have me on the global leaderboard somewhere around here, 15th in the global leaderboard. But I'd really like to hit that tier 7, and I think I would have if I didn't underperform one day, because I do not have the MK2s to get past this right now. Eggs, I have a bone to pick with you. Ever since you released your amazing graph for material farming, I have not seen impulse detectors in guild events at all. Damn. That's like my favorite one. Adder, it's funny because Twitch just auto-modded you thinking you were farming AI farming AI views or whatever, bot views. Global leaderboard. So the Coliseum strat is once you get to level 50 with Mara Jade, that's kind of the turning point for when Jedi Knight Luke becomes the better lead for the team that we have right now. You're going to use Jedi Knight Luke, Mara Jade, Cal, Kira, and Commander Luke Skywalker, but you do have to get every debuff to hit, which, you know, kind of sucks because you're not going to get every debuff to hit. Alternatively, you, I guess, could take out Kira and try Chewbacca, or try Chupio for the blind. But I so far have not had any luck between any of those 3 teams being able to get to tier 7. I'm clear to start brunch now. Okay, we start with a basic, because now Jedi Knight Luke is going to get TM. We're going to go with a basic here because we want the vulnerable. Go with a basic there. Speed down. Speed down doesn't matter as much at this part. But it's, I mean, I'd rather have it than not, obviously. Right, now let's start farming up some assist calls. Okay, I got both debuffs here. Swuggo World can accommodate Egg and AP. Maybe. Maybe. That is a distinct maybe. Okay, we've got 3 debuffs. Can we get the 4th one from CLS? We have the 4th one. Kira dies. Not a big deal. Stick with this. Up to 9 stacks. I'll launch it at 9 stacks. And hope it dropped. That didn't do crap. Come on. I did have one battle where I got so high up with all 5 of them surviving, but then I missed a speed down. Missing that speed down really, really hurt. What if Fat Phil does the Sunday brunch in your account with his hot takes? The problem is I've loved to have Phil come on for a brunch. But because he is a good parent, he is never up this early in the morning for that kind of thing. why don't we like AP gains? Listen, I don't necessarily dislike AP gains, but I do have one really major beef with him, and I've said this before. Back in the day, CG was much more receptive to content creators and like getting things out through creators and working with them. And there was a time when AP Gains had Crumb on one of his streams, and one of the viewers asked a super inappropriate question. And AP Gains, being a 22-year-old edgelord, decided to ask Crumb that question. Which was, I don't remember the exact question, but it was something like, how far, like, up whatever can you suck CG's dick, or something stupid like that. And that was basically the shutdown point for any type of collaboration between creators and CG. And we've spent a few years really like working to re-bridge that gap. And we have. The Gungies was really the big turning point where Meathead did that with us. And, you know, Meathead has gone on with Calvin, with Scribe at this point. So it comes down to, like, is he gonna, maybe he's older now, you know, he's 4 or 5 years older, and he's not gonna be that same edgelord in that space. We will see. We will find out. Gross. See, now I cannot get the 4th one, so she's gonna die. I'm pretty sure he did something with Calvin. I could have swore he did something with Calvin. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive he did. But the point is, we don't need that kind of crap in this community right now. That was the hot tub stream. Hey, Henry. What's up, man? Ugh. Just once want to get lucky with this. All I ask for. You already troll me every day, Shadow. Right? That's how everything works lately. Everybody trolls Egnards. Every day I wake up to angry Discord messages for no reason at all. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna try taking out Kira. Let's throw in Chupio. Love to get to tier 7, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We're gonna hold off on that blind. See, like, we're not, everything's resisting. Everything is resisting. Can't get like one good one. Yes, Xander, you have never, ever trolled me. This is not a good run. I was just hoping for one good run here. No, this is I mean, Kira instead of Chupio, but we're just trying something here. Why is it brunch if I never eat anything? I don't know, man. Like, do you want to listen to me eat on camera? Just like the constant, like gnawing like that? I don't know why I ask. The answer is going to be yes. There's going to be one of you fetishists out there that is like, yeah, I love that. That's my favorite egg. Okay, we got to speed down. Of course, we missed that. Got 3 debuff. Like if we got the blind, we would be at 5 debuffs. Is there evasion down? Okay, we're at 5 debuffs. Nobody dies. Nice. That's what everybody wants. I should have used his other move. That's gonna screw up my whole run. That sucks.
Hey, go for here.
Why is Brunch named the way it's named? That's a great question. So I named Brunch the way that we have named it because everybody else streams at night. And I knew that I was not going to be able to stream at night. I knew that just was not a possibility for me to ever be able to do that. So I wanted to just come up with a name that kind of understood the idea that, yes, I'm streaming very early in the morning, and I get that it's early in the morning, and I get that nobody's going to watch it, and that I don't particularly care. Of course, no speed down. Got the vulnerable. Got a speed down there. Okay. We got 4 debuffs. It's not going to be enough, though. We have one more attempt at this. I don't like how this mode is just so RNG dependent. Like, just so completely dependent on the RNG. Okay, got the speed down. Got the first speed down, is what I should say. Got the second speed down. We have a blind. You have a vulnerable. You have a defense down. We're at 6 debuffs. Everybody's alive. Yeah, I mean, Hugsy, yes, but, like, the fact that one extra potency check can cause somebody to go an entire tier jump is huge. It's not like, oh, they did 10% more damage. It's like the difference between beating a tier and not. When I shouldn't be in tier 6. I should be in tier 5. Like, tier 5 was completely skipped. And that's kind of crazy. Like how far people are jumping because of like one extra, oh, this didn't miss, is kind of insane. would be really cool is if I go into a drop with all 5 of them alive. Nice. All right, let's see. How much did I spend extra? Nothing extra. Everything was just normal getting Mara Jade. All right. Leap you here. Okay, we've got a blind. Have a vulnerable. We are gonna go for the speed down just in case. We've got an extra speed down. Got the defense down. I don't know what an LASO is, if I'm completely honest with you. We have 5 debuffs. Does this give me a debuff? Flick targeting with star. Star doesn't do anything on him. Defense penetration. Oh man, defense penetration. Kind of want to do it. %. I thought he was going to do the move after, so I think I just screwed myself there. Yeah, I did. That's all right. How much money did I put into this era? I just getting Mara Jade. So the $100, I mean, it's not even my money. It's user's money. User demands that I do my eras, and then he sends me the money at the end of the episode. So it's not mine, but the $100 on the characters and the episode pass. Gotta have a Swugga Daddy. Let's see, how we doing in TW? Is my Glat holding? My Glat is not holding. Did I hold at all? Does not look like TW Hero is going to come out to play today, which is kind of sad. We love TW. Oh, there I am. Nope, didn't even hold. What high-end Coliseum looks like. JML or Stranger versus Ray. Gas or Trench versus Weka teams. Use Leia bottom first. Pico or Leia versus LV. Let's get some of these in there. User call me. Yeah, I don't have the money to be spending. I'm a freaking teacher. God. I don't have the money for that crap. Beautiful. Oh, excellent. Look at this. I'm actually helping in a real TW. In a TW where it might actually matter. User's a creation. You've heard User on stream before. He's been on when I've done GAC in the past. But I could, of course, be using like a voice modulation thing. I'd have to be very good at ventriloquism at that point. Ugh. It's yes, I pre-recorded all of my conversations. You got me, man. Where is Radis? Where is Jin? Need to bring Jin up at some point. Critical damage. Yeah, let's just take the stat cron. One down. See if we can get CX2 before any type of stealth happens. We recorded Brunch Theory. Okay. That is some kind of shit. We got our first Prime sub of the day. Thank you, Vincetti. We like Prime subs here. Any type of free is nice. We enjoy free here. I think I gave out my Prime sub yesterday. To Berm? I think I gave it to Berm. We love Berm here. Just need some big hits to happen. And we can most surely win. AI confirmed Egg normally doesn't notice subs. I feel bad for all of those years of Prime subs that I just did not give out because I was never on Twitch. All that free money people could be having. All those Bezos bucks. There we go. All right. Surely, Stranger, Gasser, Trench versus weak teams. Leia, bottom first. JML. I don't know if my JML can take out any of these teams, to be completely honest. Maybe my JML can take out this team. Good. Fine. Then we can start getting into GAC. Now we screw you, Adis, man. I almost said I almost dropped a dollar in the swear jar right there. We don't need no R9. We will never have an R9 JML. It's not going to happen. I tell people they should watch on YouTube because I very specifically do not put any mid-roll ads in the YouTube stream. So for people who like don't want to deal with any ads, it's the best way to watch Brunch. Smartest way, I should say. Is Leia going to make JML real nice for TB, or just still decent in the not big boy planets? I mean, Leia, we obviously thought was going to go with JML. Oh, well, no, never mind. I'm thinking of Mara Jade and Jedi Knight Luke. JML does work really well in GAC. You're just not generally going to use his lead. You're usually going to use Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' lead. Will it make his lead better? I mean, probably. But mid ads are the best part of the stream. It probably will make it better. But I think at the high end, the players who are going to really be invested in that are already going to have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And it's going to become... and his lead. And it's going to become a non-issue where people might change over simply because, like, it maybe goes faster. Actually, I want something with damage immunity. I didn't really think that this was going to turn into a TW hero stream. This is the first time you guys are seeing me fight like actual GL teams. You. God, so much. Do we just ignore him? Or I don't know what that droid's pronouns are. Sitting under stealth. Okay. Let's get you down. Doing no damage because of that stupid stealth. Maybe we could... no. We could get past that stealth somehow. So that means Ben can die. All right. I think we're safe. Well, Adis, I'm actually hoping that in the next couple of events for us that Zepho will become a 2-day battle. And we are starting to get closer to that, where we're overperforming in earlier phases. So I'm hoping that that happens soon. Raid news? We're not going to get any raid news. This raid that's supposed to be coming out. What is with all this 1 damage shit? Oh, because we're still in ult. I thought we were out of ult. And I thought we were safe. And apparently we were not safe. Okay, well, we'll take it. Yeah, Adis, we keep saying that, don't we? We keep saying, oh, next... in the next, how long before your guild doesn't need R6 CMs in TB? We don't need Relic 6 TMs. I don't do day 2 in TB anymore. I stopped doing day 2 TB 3 months ago at the end of the last era. All right, we're good here for now. We've done what we need to do. We've gotten in there. It's time for GAC. It's time for GAC again. Gonna see if Egg can win again. Nobody gives a shit about Cobb, Dan. I don't use my Cobb. I never use Cobb. Problem with Cobb is he requires a lot of heavy resource investment into the characters that are crap. I think generally, Henry Deitcher, generally we find out about like 3 weeks ahead of time. And I would say that if you're in the late game, you should always be prioritizing trying to get the journey guide character by the end of the second event. If you're in the mid game, you're in the mid game. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you're in the mid game, there's going to be other team options for you. But if you're in the late game, you really should always, always, always be pushing yourself to get the journey guide done by the second event being over. That is like one of those things that I have been existing in and trying to push for myself and for other people basically forever. Because you never know when you're going to need something. GAC, my opponent hasn't gone yet. Obviously. I took a little bit of a look at the defense yesterday. The top doesn't look too terrible. I don't know what we're going to do with the Enoch boys. I'm sure it's not hard. I just haven't faced an Enoch boys in a pretty long time. It's been a while. Down here, we have Stranger, so that's going to be Satil. We have JMK for this. I actually showed some of the guys at CG last week about what happened in our last GAC. It is definitely a confirmed bug where Clea used her move and Luthen didn't die. Thankfully, it didn't ruin us and we were still able to win because that would have sucked. Wookiees, I've got no idea, but I'm sure it's not going to be hard. Ahsoka will use Slicker here, which has been a pretty easy way to go lately. Stranger probably up here with these guys. Though, I don't know, maybe it's only Relic 8. Bosch is only Relic 8. This is an old Kron. Maybe we do Django up there. Maybe Django up there works. Let's start with Slicker. This should be an easy one. And I always switch between SLKR and Slicker, right? This one right here. I wish I had more of these damage immunities. All right, so Ahsoka versus Slicker. Relic 10 Ahsoka, so it's going to be a nice long battle. He's gotten his first turn. Which means we're going to stun again. Yang not dead. Annoying. Hu Yang dead. Ezra will be dead in the next turn. gonna stun just because I don't want it to miss. That would be stupid. It would be so annoying if that happened. So apparently the LSTs have kicks in them, but not the other pirates, which is interesting. She just takes so many turns. Never banner efficient. But so many turns. Oh, is it for clone troops? See, I don't pay attention to the lightspeed tokens at all. I just get what people tell me because, I mean, I don't need them. So then that would make sense. There we go. Thank you, Adder. Okay. I'm thinking we do Django here. I'm thinking we save Stranger. Right? It just feels right. But I also really don't want to get screwed later. Like, it feels like we'll be okay. Is Rotacron good for Leia on defense? I've literally not used Rada on at all this this 3v3. With the FDC, I've heard that it can beat Leia, but it does kind of hit with Relic Delta. So if you don't have it at a high level, it can become pretty problematic. Like, I feel like it's going to work. I don't think we're going to have a problem here, and I'm going to be really, really annoyed if we do have a problem here. Good luck to me. I always forget that you start with the contract, making this a lot easier than I make it sound in my head a lot of the time. I don't know if we're gonna get past Cursatan. He's just... He is a truck right now. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's possible. But you're also, when you're dealing with those kinds of things, you're also contending with mods a lot. And you can't always be sure of what my game just like froze for a second. My game is like straight up messing, like it doesn't know what's going on right now. I'm not pressing buttons. Enemies defeated this way can't be revived. There we go. I feel like that was a lot scarier than it needed to be. Did you guys saw that, right? Like, my game was just playing itself. It was going like, it was like, I don't like, Asajj was just taking turns on her own. Okay, at least it's not just me. These Wookiees. Afra's not a bad shout for Wookiees because I don't really use Afra for anything. Like, I could go with, like, C. I could go with Malgus Malik, but I just feel like I want to see the back wall before I start. Let's take care of it for him. I want to see what the back wall looks like before I really start committing to any type of undermans. So let's do this first. Satil with Bastilacron seems to be the highest win rates against Stranger. I do need to get my Bastilla up higher. Surprisingly, with Jolie has a lower win rate, which is kind of crazy to me. Guess we're gonna find out. Stunned. Now we should be good here, but I have seen Maul just destroy my team before under similar conditions. So we are not going to take this lightly. Get the stun. Beautiful. 57. Love it. Perfect. I'm happy. JMK, is this the one that can be undermanned? Let's see. This is the one that can be undermanned. JMK Cat. Pretty easily. 95%. 95% as long as we have some kind of bulk on us. So this is an underman we are going to trust. I have a bulk here. It's so crazy. I've never seen someone be like, I don't want to watch GAC. I need to be here for roster reviews. Hey, Snorlax. My opponent hasn't gone yet, so I don't know if we're winning, but I'd like to think we're doing very well. this last one. And the heal. Man, there are days where I am mad at GAC, so I can perfectly and completely understand being mad at GAC. Come on. Now we get to play the damage immunity game, right? We love the damage immunity game. Every turn gets damage immunity. Not that time. Screw you. You tied because your Wampa soloed. Oh my god, and you're gonna lose because of that. It kind of sucks. And some people say that you should win because you have the lower GP. I understand the logic behind that, right? I get the logic that like I undermanned and it can be problematic, but it also goes against the foundational nature of the game being a collection game. So I can certainly understand being frustrated. Let's just do, is Afra good banners here? Afra's only 53 banners. What's good banners here? But again, I don't want to underman. I want to save the undermans for just in case situations. Cobb is 56 banners. I do have a Cobb Cron. Where am I? What is it? It's Cobb, Lobot, and Cup. I don't want to do any type of crazy undermans until I know what the back wall is. Knowing the back wall is important. I mean, it should work, right? It seems like it's all against that Kron, so we should not have a problem here. And Rada is too valuable to throw on a freaking whatever hell the team this is. How is nothing dying? Is that the cry? It's time they attack. No, things should die. God, that was scarier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Okay. All right. What's our back wall? Our back wall is Gungans, right? Lower level Gungans. 400% defense to offense. So that is a little bit scary. Seer Malikos on this. Because Cobb sucks. Cobb does suck. Interesting, there's a Saw team here. I'm not really disappointed by Cobb, if only because with the whole 3 Omicron thing, there was no world in which I was like, oh yeah, he's going to be good. Like, I never expected him to be good with the 3 Omicrons in different game modes thing. Okay. Seer Malicos. Unaligned Force users. Seer Malicos. Where's my maul? Something with crit damage on it. 80-something% crit damage. Let's do it. Slowest attacks. Every attack in the game, its base speed needs to be sped up like 50%. Yeah, I think that anytime a TB Omicron is on a special, it isn't doing crap for you. Can I throw rocks? I need to throw some rocks. You are dead. We are good. Where are my rocks? Percent health doesn't really work against you. Where are my... like, some battles you get 14 rocks in a row. Some battles you get literally none. Like, I should not be 2 minutes into the battle and having thrown rocks literally 1 time. There's my rocks. All right, we got this now. Okay. Let's see how those pirates do again. They failed us last time, but they did get LV down to just 1 stupid character, so at least it was viable and useful. Oh, that's not the right character. Yeah, I mean, listen, at our level of the game, everything goes to Relic 7, right? As kind of like a bare minimum. But, oh no, did I use the 400% cron? Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that 400% cron was my pirate cron. Oh, crap. Oh, that's gonna make things ugly. Oh, no. I don't have any more of those, not on offense. Oh, there's no Oppo. What? What? No Oppo? Oh, this is going to be so much easier. Okay. Let's just reload War Room and let's see what's up. God, that's silly. So, you know what's interesting, Owie? Jackson, the Nightmare Bunny. I'm curious if Jackson, the Nightmare Bunny's TB Omicron will work with the Afra squad on Hoth. And I know that Afra wants very specific things, but Jackson's Omicron, you know what? I'll show you. We have to reload, but I'll show you, because I'm like, this could maybe potentially make that Afra mission easy on Hoth. I mean, I know it's not an UFUs, but for Afra. Right, so our loaned characters. Starship down. Scoundrel allies have 50% max health and max protection and 50 speed, right? Afra and her friends are all scoundrels. And so they're getting speed, max health, max protection. Now, a lot of this prepared stuff is not going to matter, but Scoundrel allies gain prepared if they didn't have it and take a bonus turn, which means that when you get to the second level of Afra's Hoth mission, every one of your characters is taking a bonus turn. And every time they lose prepared, they gain prepared, and they don't get any of the special prepared stuff, but then they get bonus protection and defense penetration. So, like, I'm thinking this could be a potential game changer for Hoth, for the Afra squad. Our, like, Nightmare Easter Bunny. All right, we have our back wall. We have LV over here. We do have Leia. I mean, it's a weird squad to be facing, but we do have. Let's, you know, before we do that, let's see what happens with the Quad May squad. Let's see what happens here first. And then we can kind of discuss those options and see what happens. Is Datacrons necessary for Chromium? I mean, probably not. You're going to see some Datacrons, but you're not going to see I don't think you're going to see a ton in Chromium. You got all 3 damage immunities. It's always nice when that happens. Hey, Fast Eddie. I'm going to be near South Jersey in 2 weeks. I'm going to Ocean City. We might take a trip down to Cape May, too, because we like the Cape May Brewing Company. Or not Cape May, yeah, Cape May. Cape May. It is. We went there last year. Had a lot of fun. Okay. I would agree, Owie, if you have like one of the core squads, and like if you get lucky and you're in a lower league and you have like the core Datacron for that league, like even the defensive Datacron, it will pay dividends for you. Like you will leaps and bounds go crazy there. All right. So down here, Lord Vader. I mean, I hate to say this. Seabane could push us to 58 banners. And I don't know if we need Seabane anywhere else for Lord Vader. Gungans are probably the thing I'm most worried about. They don't have a Relic 9. What are our data? I'm really worried about how much damage is going to be outputted. By Tarpals. Like, this is a huge concern to me. I could just Leia it, though. Just not even deal with it. Like, if I went crazy and used Leia on the Gungans just to, because I'm scared. Sith Triumvirate here. I do have GM. But the problem is that this specific cron, you can lose things right away. You can, like, 80% crit damage on this. You could lose a guy in the opening attack. And that can be problematic. This is why it's scary. This attacker offense to defense to offense cron can be very, very, very scary. And it can take a fairly reliable counter and throw it right out the window. But if we were to Leia it, just out of silliness, JML's win rate, Owie, is very similar to GM and Treya's right now. Against Saw, Balin against Saw would be an easy banner win. And we probably don't need a crazy cron for that, so let's do that. Snorlax, I already answered that question. Come on, man. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I've answered that question already. I'm not saying we're not going to use GM. I am just saying that I'm cautious right now because of that cron. I could lose a character literally right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to play ourselves through the easy stuff first. I think that that's the smartest way to do this. Okay, we're playing smart. Right, now up here, we're doing process of elimination. Against Enoch. Against Enoch, we could... Not Dash on Chewy, no. Ew, what? No, 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 no. That does not... I don't think that would work. BKM here. Which means we can do a Malgus, right? It's Malgus solo here. Oh no, but this is with Apo. But it seems to still work. There's 5 battles of Apo versus Tarkin. And all of them are still wins. And we don't really need any type of crazy cron for it. You suck. You're not... You don't suck. It's just... The game is very different at this level of the game. Get rid of Oppo first. Want him gone. Nice. All right. I was scared we would miss there. We're good. I think we're safe for the auto at this point. Yeah. Gungans are a wild card right now, and right now I do have a lot on offense, so I want to play safe against them. I don't see any reason not to play safe against them. Well, that's how you learn, right? You try something, you see if the opportunity works, but as you get into the more complicated teams, it's not always as simple as it, oh my God, of course. It's not always as simple as it might have seemed. Look at all those stacks. There we go. This guy probably thought he was being cute. He was like, let me use this and it'll throw off a counter. It doesn't. It's still a solo. We're making up some banners from that Ahsoka team. There we go, 58. Okay, let's see. Where else can we be a little bit silly? Oh my God, the day that they changed the code. Oh my God. That would be awful. That would not be fun. That would be it would anger people. It would most definitely anger people. Okay, we're getting to the point where we're going to have to make some actual tough choices. If we want to do this right, I think we have to actually go down here. And we have to decide to play one of these battles. Strangers only 66% chance win. What do some of the losses look like? The losses are interesting. They are against like higher level ones too. Our wins, Bo-Katan only has a 50% win rate here. C-Bane has a 100% win rate here. Or Bane C, really. C-Bane. And it's for 58 banners. Bane is still only 76%. So let's do the C-Bane. Doesn't look like I need anything crazy. What do I have for damage immunity? The damage immunity shouldn't matter. I have 2 damage immunities left. Do I need a speed cron to do this? Probably not. No, I don't. Okay, so let's use this one. Almost there already. Just buy the LSBs. Yeah. just spend all your money. Or be like me and go back in time and play the game 8 years ago. That's another great way to do it. Okay, one down. I feel like like Omicron wise, never really spending anything additional towards Omicrons. I feel like I have no additional need. I just get all the GAC ones, I get all the TB ones at this point. I don't feel any need to get the TW ones because it's TW and who cares? Or be like user and just have everything. His less than 2-year-old account. All right, I think we're safe. The grind 8 years ago was brutal, and I was a player who played hyper efficiently, and I was always behind. But you had a more natural Omicron growth pattern. Right, players coming into the game now, they're gonna have a lot harder of a time with Omicrons because there's such a backlog of them that they have to get. There will be signs like a Twitch hype train on Egnards' stream on his GACs. Of course. $57. Gross. What a worthless. If they ever make TW worthwhile, it'll suck. Oh god, it will suck. Now, is there any other way we can beat this to keep Treya? It doesn't look like there's another way to beat it banner efficiently. So I think we just have to do it this way. Drink more, man. I've got my whiskey right here. I'm actually, I have to stay sober today. I have, going to a Shakespeare thing with my mother-in-law. So maybe I don't want to be sober. Damage immunity. All right, damage immunity again. Oh, yeah, this... No, this doesn't change anything because there is no buff dispel. Yes, there's no dispel. Okay, we're safe. Just need Asajj to tire herself out. Just takes herself out of the running. She just keeps on going. And dead. you gotta get... $56. Listen, you know that there are ways to get those F-bombs out of me. There's ways to do it. That's up to you. Okay, we have a lot. We have a lot on defense that we can use. What about Rada here? Is there anything? Is there any reason why I couldn't use Rada here? What is his Omicron? 100% max health, 35 speed, immune to turn meter reduction if the ally in the leader saw to inflict a stack of blight until the end of the encounter. Hey, one shot. Good morning. Remnant's allies turn to random enemy. It reduces. Accuracy, crit avoidance, 200% defense, offense, speed, dark side, and 50% crit chance. They gain damage immunity. This is my account. What do you mean? Whenever a dark side Hug Cartel ally inflicts a stack of bleed, they gain 5% turn meter and recover. Is the only ally. He gains 250% max health, max protection, 50% health steal, 25 speed. He can't be instantly defeated. If he's ability block, blind, dazed, feared, or stunned, he dispels it. 1 stack of bleed and 1 thermal detonator. If he can't be dispelled, he also gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled. Ally Harkatels, all out are immune to cooldown increases, and Rada is immune to thermal detonators. I gain 50% bonus turn if I get turn meter removed. Deals max health damage. All allies 50% health. All allies are dark side. Whenever they are Rada are inflicted with a debuff. If Rada was the only ally at the start of the battle, he takes reduced damage from percent health effects, which is blight. So Rada should be good here. Rada should be fine here. Rada should not have a problem here. Defense. Rada should not have a problem here. If Rada dies here, there will be so many F-bombs that I will go broke. Oh, no. I mean, I do help a user named user who does have their own account as well. We lose here, F-bombs are going to be dropping. Ooh, he hit hard. All right, we're going for you first. We pray for the children. 59. Beautiful. It got scary, though. Night Trooper hit freaking hard. I have no idea what GL Mando's kit is going to look like. Honestly, what I really hope GL Mando kit has is I hope it has a way for other Mando to have more whistling birds, or like have a move where he can't be with other Mando but has whistling birds and does more whistling birds. Well, he was hitting with his big attack. So if we go to, where is it? Imperial Remnant, and we go to Night Trooper. No, not Night Trooper. Death Trooper. If the target already had Blight, 2 damage over time. If this ability takes an enemy below, instantly defeat them. Defeats an enemy. I don't know. Put the stack of Blight. I don't know, but it hit hard. It hit hard. All right, we are almost done here. We are doing good. We're making good time. We are fairly good on banners. We have 3 battles to go. I honestly think we are gonna just Leia these Gungans. I didn't even check if that would work, to be completely honest. But I imagine it would. Let's see. See, it's crazy. Leia has a 90% win, like a 90% win rate instead of a 100% win rate is insane. Like insane. We'll go back to that last. We're gonna come over here. I don't know. Should I just GM it and then? What is my underman potential here? I mean, the potential for the Leia extra banner on Mace is not as high as I would hope for it to be. We could Stranger this, which has a 100% win rate. And then we could do JML here. No. I'm going to... Should I? Okay, so I have 2 thought processes here. I could take these out a more traditional way. And I could go... I would do like Stranger up here on Jedi Master Mace Windu. And Mandos, Bo-Katan Mandos on Keller and Beck. And then Leia the Gungans just to be safe because of that 400% defense cron. Or I could chance the Great Mothers against the Gungans. And then that would mean I could solo Leia against Keller and Beck and still use Stranger against Jedi Master Mace Windu. So the question is, do I go for the crazy risk or do I play it safer? Right now, we are fairly banner efficient. But do we play it safe or do we take a little bit of a risk? That 400% offense is scary. It is so scary. It really frightens me. I have seen some insane things. I know mine are so much higher than other people's, but like, no, I don't give a shit about JML Mace. I'm not thinking JML Mace. I don't care. I'm not worried about killing Mace. Killing Mace is the least of my worries right now. What are theirs? 267. 316. 312. My speeds are not super great on this team. Right, 333, 292, 308. Is he defense maxed? Offense health. No defense, no defense. 2% defense, no defense. It does not seem like they have specifically modded for defense here. Adis, I'm saying play it safe. And I do have a Relic Delta advantage. right? It's not a big advantage, but it is an advantage. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into Twitch. All right. That's not true. It is not very safe right now, JR. In this current meta with the 400% defense cron, it is not safe. It is still fairly useful, but it is 100% not safe. All right, where is this? I'm gonna look on engage with your audience, start a poll. How do we finish GAC? Okay, we've added a poll on YouTube. Do we play it safe? Do we take the risk? That's simple. I am going to fill my cup with a little bit of water. I finished my coffee. When I come back, we're going to do whatever the poll says. Right now, it's 50-50 with 8 votes. There are 70 of you on YouTube, so I expect that, we'll see what happens. I've done it this round too, JR, but it depends on the cron. The 400% cron is scary right now. And like Xerath lost. And Xerath is way better at GAC than I am. So I'm going to get my water. We're doing whatever the poll says once I have come back. We're still voting. There are 17 of you who have voted. We're at and it's hovering back and forth at this 50% point. So let's give it 2 minutes, because it keeps changing. Seems like it's a thing. Purple's dodges, you lose. It is a risky endeavor right now. It looks like, actually, I don't want to say which is taking the lead right now, but it continues to be a back and forth thing. Everybody keeps saying that it's a breeze with Gungans, and I understand how to play against Gungans, I promise you. But right now, there is a very extreme risk against the defense cron. I've seen it go bad. I've seen it go south. Which is why I was going to overcommit. Because I don't need that offense. And that's where we're saying play it safe or take the risk. Once I finish my shop, it looks like we possibly have an answer. 23 of you have voted. There are 73 of you on YouTube right now. See how TW is doing. He got on my phone to vote. All right, I think we have an answer. All right. Our answer is that you people, you very, very kind people. No, okay, listen. If you were playing a 3v3 with Tarples and Boombadir, you are not playing a Gungan squad. You are playing somebody that does not have Jar Jar. Our answer right now is you guys want me to risk it. So we are going to take the risk here. Folks saying risk it, just want to be entertained. This is another match where if I lose this match, that swear jar is going up. It's going up considerably. What do we have? Dark side of allies, crit damage, offense. I didn't even use Ugnaught. Copied. Charger, crit damage, offense. F-bombs incoming. What do we want to use here? This has some health on it, so there's a little bit. Health and crit damage. Lose for the children. God. I'm scared. I am scared. Not really worried about, I'm just worried about him taking that turn and killing everybody in one hit. Okay, we win. Right, Tarples dies, we win. I guess I guess I don't know why I was doing that. That was dumb of me. I forgot that I can do it, and I can still hit this stupid thing. That was silly. I was dumb. It was anticlimactic. I didn't say it was. I know. I wasn't trying to not doom Jar Jar. I was. I don't know. I don't want to explain it because it was dumb of me not to do that. There we go. We got our 57. Okay. All right. Now that means that we have some fun choices here. We're gonna sync again because we're gonna see if there's any undermans that we can do here. And everyone's gonna be like, just JML this guy and do this thing. But it's not about that. It's about making a point with our banners. Confirmed children hater. Confirmed children hater Egnards. I don't know if the risk is always worth it. We had a match where we took a crazy risk this week, and that risk did not pan out. Did not pan out at all. This one, it did pan out. You'll be using Gungans versus Rada? I have no idea if that works. With the Kron, maybe, but against the Rada Kron, the FTC, I don't think that'll work. Well, I think you can reduce their health, actually. All right. Are there undermans we can do? We can see these undermans. There's no Temple Guard. Did I swear? No, I didn't swear. I'm sorry. There's no Temple Guard, which means that JML Hermit Yoda have a pretty good time doing this, though I don't have a Relic 9. And we can maybe get 58 banners here. What do I want for the Datacron? I just want something. This is all protection up. Doesn't seem to matter what my Datacron is so much. Don't want grit. Grit would be silly. He hates the kids. He does. All right, let's try it. Will I do something really stupid here? We get rid of Mace. Okay. Mace is gone. Worst of my worries is down. We get a 58. That's the question. So if we don't get a 58, that kind of makes doing this a little bit less worth it. There are 2 instances of Leia soloing this. But the relic levels are slightly lower, so I think we're going to play it slightly safe and do a 2-man. Let's see. Risk it again. This is a risk as it is. Risk the solo. Like, seriously, we're gonna come this far on this last battle to risk the solo? Are you serious? Do you know how insane that sounds? Doesn't matter if Drogon gets locked, Snorlax. I mean, the Leia solo says 100%, but it's only 2 battles. Well, no, because the 2-man gives me an extra banner. We want an F-bomb run. Oh my god. Do you guys hate me that much? Are you gonna really put me in this position? Let Twitch vote? There's how many of you are on Twitch right now? There's a decent amount. There's a decent amount of you on Twitch right now. There are 19 of you, which is crazy. That generally doesn't happen. Twitch usually. I say play it safe. This is dumb. No, I'm not listening to you guys on this one. I don't care. We're 2-manning this. The banner situation is that my opponent hasn't played. We're just getting cheeky with extra banners. We're doing the 2-man. This is dumb. We're not putting me in stupid, risky positions for no reason. Okay, we are going to, because I don't lose any, the logs also does debuffs. So we're going to do logs for the debuffs. This is why Vex is hotter. No, do you know why Vex is hotter? Is because he's younger than me. By like a good 10 years. Granny's gone. That's what I'm saying, Dan. Like that would have been a stupid decision to make. Stay with the basic. With like a little bit of recovery. But I don't think it's gonna happen. An ult would be nice. Oh, actually, I have recovered. Okay, we are in a perfect position now. 58 banners. Oh my god. All right. Now my opponent is going to have set like the stupid defense, right? No, he hasn't. Excellent. We are in a really good position right now. Like we are in a super solid position banner-wise. Let's just see, based on his plan in the past, he does not go cheeky with home 1. That's... yeah, like it's all fun and games. Like everybody wants to see us lose, right? Bit Dynasty time. Man, I love Bit Dynasty. Bit Dynasty. I am on record. If you go, if you were to go onto Reddit, you'd find even before I started creating content, I didn't go on Twitch at all. I didn't go on YouTube at all. And I am on record saying that if I had to meet any of the creators, I would 100% hands down buy Bit Dynasty a beer because of how helpful he has been to this community. Hola, John. ¿Cómo estás? That's all I know, though. I know, ¿dónde está la biblioteca? Muchos cervezas, por favor. It's on Bit's website that I said that. That would be kind of funny if that were true. Get rid of that Raven's Claw. Bit Dynasty is the person in this community that I respect more than literally anybody else. Literally more than anybody else. Bit Dynasty puts in the time, the effort, the energy. There's no bull crap. He always timestamps his videos. Like, obviously, it's nice when he's able to make some extra money, but like, it's never the thing that he is most concerned about, and I respect the hell out of that. We're just looking at banners right now. Highest banners is to go with the profundity here. Looking at a 76. This is going to be one of those battles where our opponent wakes up and just walks away. Don't even kill the Tice, really? Stupid. How do I not kill the Ties? I'd love to have Bit on. I really, really would. The last time I talked to him, we had some internet connection troubles, so that was disappointing. He's also a busy guy. He's a bitsy guy. Do I have any? I might have something left for TW Hero. You can see after we do this. I've been talking to the .gg guys a lot lately with this War Room stuff, and honestly, they are so receptive. I do have to agree. They've been doing some really, really great stuff within the community, and they really are trying to make the user experience for players like super solid. And I gotta give them a ton of credit for that. Like, seriously, a ton of credit. Oh my god. Don't remind me about tomorrow. It's nice not having to do the first battles of TB. Alright, banner-wise, the highest banners is just to go with traditional. War Room? Oh man, dude. Hold on, I'll show you. It's gonna be all messy though because I messed with my OBS yesterday. Hold on. Game account app. So we will put this on the screen. It's all over the place because I messed things up. I have to play with this anyway for roster reviews later. I was playing with Canva earlier. Had to mess with my screen size. Okay, so War Room is basically insights, but it like tracks everything and it plays your counters. It looks at your counters specifically based on what you have left, right? It's brand new. It's beautiful. It does all of this for me, so I don't have to put in all the things I don't have. I can only see what is available to me. It's a really, really, really nice new tool. Owie, I hate the new... I've said it a million times. I really hate the new... I hate the new GAC schedule, even though it benefits me. Like, it benefits me so hard, and I still hate it. Look at that. The Berm coming in hot with a raid. What's up, Berm? How's it going, buddy? Finally finished streaming before I do, though. That's a rare thing. Oh my god, people who Sector 4 on day 1 are insane to me. It's like, hey, Dad, you need to, like, pay attention to us. I don't like it because I just feel like we've been playing the same schedule for a long time, and a lot of the players in this game have built the things they do in real life around being available at certain times. And when you throw that schedule off, it completely changes that. It also puts a lot of people in a position where Hell Week is a lot worse for them. and they have to spend that time during Hell Week doing their GAC. I don't think players should really have to think like, oh, I have to do a Saturday GAC. Come on, like, that's ridiculous. I think the schedule we had previously was really nice. I just feel like it is not conducive to the game environment. And that they didn't think about that. They just said, oh, here's a change. This change because you guys complained about the modding situation. And the modding situation was a problem. But there were so many other ways to fix that problem. Getting a 77? 70, oh, because we have the other one. All right, what is our score? We are at a 2086. So last week, we got a 2084, and our opponent just said, nope, not doing this anymore. This sucks. We hit a 2086 this time, which is nice. We could have gotten a 2087 if I went for the solo at the end, but that would have been really silly. Like, there would have been no reason to do that. We hit beautifully in this match. I have full faith. I just don't see a path where we're losing this one. We are done with GAC. We still have stuff that needs to get done. And if you are on YouTube right now and you are not subscribed, don't be a dummy. Hit the subscribe button. I deserve it. Come on, that was entertaining. We did very well. Don't be a silly goose. Help a brother out, right? Let's all right. Let's do some TW Hero and let's get on out of here and get to those roster reviews, right? No, let's pop you in there. Did I already use? Nope, it's right here. I don't even know if this is going to work. Doesn't matter. I don't see a path to losing this one. It's TW, not the battle. I don't know if I'm going to win this battle. And we got our first damage immunity. Our first death. Get rid of you. So now there's a nice easy cleanup even if we do lose. Am I gonna risk it? Am I gonna risk it? I'm gonna risk it. And the risk I don't think is going to pay off. I think Ray is going to go before me. I was hoping that Ray would not go before me. Okay. Still worked out. We are in damage immunity. Beautiful. Wonderful. Look at that. Helping the guild out. Did I? Oh, we put Stranger on defense? Okay. All right. Fine. Actually, there's no Ben in this battle, so I can do this. Do I have a tank for him? I don't have a single... Did I use it? I guess I used his tank. Clone Wars Chewy. Come on out. The price is right. Opponent's already engaged in battle. What else do I have then? I have Rada. Rada would be silly. Steel. We have Gungans. Let's do Gungans. First damage immunity. Second damage immunity. Can I get to the next one? All right, we got to the next one before she died, so that's nice. Can we get... No, we can't get to the last one. Can we kill Ray here? Did I see daily deals in game? What do you mean? The daily deals have been there for years. What's different about daily deals right now? I might just get stuck behind TM burning. That's how daily deals have always been. Daily deals change. They're based on the player. There's... Let's see. I mean, we'll look after this battle to see if there's anything daily deal wise, but I don't know. Well, there's always 3 offers, and those offers had up to 6 things in them, but only one thing in them was ever like the anchor. All right, let's see. My daily deals are exactly the same as always. Right, nothing different about them. At least for me. Yeah, they change. They change. And we don't know the exacts of how or why they change. All we do know is that what you favorite can change them to some extent, but we don't know how it interacts. 150 flawed signal data for 3,200 crystals. 150. Usually it's 100, isn't it? Let's see. 3,200 divided by 150. 20 per. Yes, I would do that easily. Easily, I'd do that. All right, we have to set up 4 roster reviews. I don't have them prepared on my screen, to be completely honest, so let's pull up. Adder, we did yours already. Red World, we did yours, which means Pokehob. We're going to throw yours up there. Kwade, we're going to throw yours up there. Kadir, we're going to throw yours up there. We're going to see if we get through all 3 of them today. It depends. I do have a very busy day today, so we will check that out. All right, and let's get into them. Where is my... Not my intros, my viewer back.
Roster reviews. Egnards is having a break and taking a roster reviews. saying to me that what pack sex should sell to you. Ooh, to you. To you.
All right, let's see. Let's pop on in. I'm not going to throw this one on my screen just yet so that I can play, what's the name of that game? The GP guess, because I have not looked at this yet. What time is it? It is 2:12:30. 2:12:30. Set you on Discord. Well, I mean, on Discord, this is how, yeah, yours just suck. You just have terrible deals. Sometimes you have terrible deals. That happens. Fleet Arena, top 3 every day, unless I really am busy. Rarely am busy effectively communicating. All challenges tier 3 now. Secret in the Shadow challenge 2 is 2-star though. Duel of the Fates R9, Pretty Patrol R7. Currently working on R9ing Ahsoka and R7ing General Syndulla. And this is 2 weeks ago, so we've probably done that already. After that, I'm doing R9 Satil as a personal project, then R7 Jolie, and taking Bad Batch Echo, Cam, Railguard, and Mara Jade to 6 for Datacron purposes. Afterwards, it's tricky. I have the resources for Hondo, but really do not want to have to Cantina farm Silvo in vain. I think the era after next will be when they are LSTable. In the meantime, I could divert to Balin or Lord Vader, as I can LST the clones easily. However, I would ideally need mods, as my mod score is low for my GP, which I've been slowly working on. R9ing Pretty Patrol will be done once Hondo is done. Okay, here's the deal. I don't normally like telling people to hold off on farms and waiting for lightspeed tokens, but we're in this really weird position right now where some of the tokens are saying pirates, and they just don't have them available yet, right? These ones, I don't think that they are available yet. Yeah, Era of Pirate, Revenge of the Sith. But then the ones that are for clones do say the Era of Piracy. So I do see a reason to maybe hold off for now. 3 months is a long time to hold off on getting Hondo, especially when your mod score is low. Let's see how low it is. Oh, God. Is that you, Hobnob? Hobnob? Probably is you. We're literally talking about your account right now. Let's check that mod score just to see how low you're talking about. Where is it? Mod score. Ally code. All right, your mod score is better than I thought. Omega is a 4.87. Omega top 110 is a 10.39. A lot of your problem is that you do have a lot of mods that are 5 speed or lower. It looks like, I can't really tell because it's behind the graphic, but I'd estimate, oh my God, 119 are at 4 speed, and this is much higher. So 100, 200, 300, 400. I'd say like 500 of your mods are below 5 speed, or 5 speed or lower, which is tough. Again, not going for Hondo right now is a little bit of a gamble on your part. I don't like the idea of waiting 3 months. But next week, after the refresh, after the patch, we might find out like, oh, hey, they fixed it. Because that's kind of what happened with the clones, is it didn't happen in the first week. It happened in the second week, and it was kind of dumb. But you do have a lot of other things to work on. So if you want to take that risk, I don't think that it's the worst thing in the world to do. I'm going to guess that your GP is somewhere around 12.5 to 13 million. 12.5 right on the dot. There we go. Let's see. And we're not going to talk about your personal projects. right? So you have personal projects that you're working on, which is Satil, Jolie, Bad Batch Echo. I don't really think Cam is that important. I barely use I haven't used Cam at all in probably over a year, to be completely honest. Um, Bad Batch Echo I do use. Royal Guard, Mara Jade to 6. That does make sense. So in terms of our big farms, let's take a kind of big check out over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 GL, which means you're missing Lord Vader, you're missing Ahsoka, and you are missing C. Don't you see the squad GP from the mod score plot kind of cheating? I mean, do you see that? No, I don't think so. If you do, I wasn't paying attention to it. Let's see. No, you don't. You don't see their. You see their squad GP is 7.88. That doesn't mean anything to me. Maybe it means something to you. I don't. I don't care about that. All right. Let's see. Tools. Did I hit the right button this time? No, I did not. I always go to gear needed, which is kind of silly. Hondo, we are not terribly far away from. Redditor comment. I wish mods were more fun to engage with. I just farm mats half the time because I don't feel like dealing with the max capacity. Lady Geek, I'm sure, is in chat right now looking for your ally score. But the reality is when it comes to farming mods, you just need really good filters. My filters are, pretty comprehensive. I do have videos on my filters. I do wish there was a way to run these filters on auto because running this many filters does kind of suck. And I would have double the amount of filters to be more specific with what I catch if they would run automatically. And I've been begging .gg to kind of put in those features and making it user friendly. But they have some other priorities right now. My mods go down to like 300 every time. And I do think it is worth interacting with mods in that way. But at the same time, when you are mod farming, most of my mod farming does go towards mats. And I like to use the mod store to find mods that are pretty decent. Back to the roster review, though. Let's see. We have... Really, we're just waiting on the pirates. So that is not too big of a deal. Jedi Master Mace is worthless for you right now. I wouldn't even bother. Balin Skull is pretty close. I'm surprised that Thrawn is still G12. Did you ever manage to get your Ahsoka to 9? Yes, you did. Lord Vader is fairly close. Where are our clones at? Clones are at Relic 5. You're getting Disguised Clone Trooper and CX2 out. Okay, CX2, I know you can Lightspeed token him and make Lord Vader useful, but the reality is that Lord Vader is a finicky little bitch when it comes to Relic levels. A Lord Vader with Relic 5 clones isn't doing jack shit. It's not doing jack shit at all. It's not helping you at all. I don't think... I mean, you should get it because you're that close and it'll eventually be useful. But I don't think it's going to provide you the same benefits that maybe you're thinking it's going to provide. And while you're waiting for Hondo, you're saying, hey, I'm going to do my Peridia Patrol to Relic 9 right after Hondo. No, man. Like, if your goal is to hold off on Hondo because of possible Lightspeed tokens, and they're going to be soon. It's going to be this era or at the very end of the era. I have a very strong feeling that the end of era Lightspeed tokens, depending on how you do with your eras, just kind of check that out. Special eras, active era only. You're at least bringing her to 4-star, maybe to 5-star. I can't tell because that might be on the last day. I have a very strong feeling that in the next 3 months, but really probably within the next month, that'll change over. If you're doing that hold off, then this is a great time to be doing Peridia Patrol to R9 while you're sitting there waiting on nothing, right? While you're in this holding pattern, that just makes so much more sense. And you know, I've known you for a very long time. I've seen you on Reddit and in the streams, and you have an account that's been around for a while. This is a game that we play over the course of years, not over the course of weeks and months. And the fact that it takes a long time to get the refresh from Peridia Patrol really scares people off. And I really don't think that it is smart to hold off on that when we're talking about a game that I've been playing for 9.5 years. Morning, Caracol. What's up, buddy? I think right now, being in that holding pattern, this is the time to pull that trigger on the Peridia boys, and then go for Lord Vader into Hondo, right? That would probably be the smartest thing. Now, the one big question you asked here is, or is this the same person? No, that's somebody else's. Never mind. In the meantime, I could divert to Balin or Lord Vader, as I can LST the clones easily. I would say that really right now, you should Peridia Patrol now. Do it now in your holding pattern. Then go for Lord Vader into Hondo. Just switch the order on the things that you're doing. Because if Peridia Patrol is already on your radar, you're wasting 2 months of getting the resources. You might as well get the resources now. Do the Peridia boys, then do Lord Vader. Get those characters to 7, though really they want 8 or 9. But I understand Hondo is going to be on the agenda, and that's going to be a lot of relic levels as well. So Peridia Patrol, Vader, Hondo, and, you know, any extra levels that you need, save up those relic levels, save up those signal data so you can kind of pull the trigger on Hondo at relic 9 as soon as possible. And then Balin, it's a really great idea to get Balin. Balin is a solid farm. He is a useful farm. The Great Mothers, which I don't think you have them at 7 yet. No. Great Mothers provides a good team. Grand Admiral Thrawn is really your big waylay here. You already have them at 7-star. So if I were to give you any advice, it's just rearrange. Just rearrange your farms. As far as Conquest, Leia day 1, awesome. Maz, great team, not immediately important. Cobb, I could take or leave him. I literally don't care about him. I barely use him. I used him today, and it scared me using that team, and I probably will not use him again in 3v3. But your main goal is your modding more than anything else. You know, you're at the tail end of finishing out the return on investment on your account, and then you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. So, you know, if I had gotten to your account 2 weeks ago, maybe I'd have a different answer for you. I kind of agree with taking the gamble on Hondo, Peridia Patrol, Lord Vader, Hondo, Balin. Man, I'm telling you, Nasco, it's not about one tier of rewards. My God, you people, oh my, ugh. It's about eventually becoming resource positive. So think about this game like an idle game, right? And the hallmark of an idle game is you click on the thing and you get $1, and then you buy the thing for $50. But over the course of 5 minutes, you get more than $50. And then you buy the upgrade for $70. And you're like, oh, I don't want the $70 for 0.1 level. But over the course of 20 minutes, you now get more than 70. And that's what happens with Peridia Patrol. Now, admittedly, the top tier of Peridia Patrol takes about 3 years to become resource positive, except if you refresh that tier. And I very strongly recommend refreshing that tier a minimum of 1 time every single time it comes around. And that doesn't include the Christmas time event that we always get. We get an extra one at Christmas, and that doesn't include May the 4th, because they haven't always given us the assault battles for May the 4th, but they did this last year, and they may do it again in the future. I just really think that you need to look at this game as a timeline of becoming resource positive. And that is a great example of Relic 9s being, being a choke point. I did my Peridia Patrol to Relic 9 almost immediately. And because I refresh it, I'm now resource positive on that event. Every time I get Relic 9 material from that event, it's free. It is additional extra. That is your goal. Hobnob, I think, I mean, it's not very exciting, right? But I think really your farm overall is great, but rearranging just slightly would be the smartest possible thing. And all I can talk about is like, what would I do if I had your account? And that's exactly what I would do. I don't know if you have any other, specific questions. The more you become resource positive, also, who's that Shabby? You're slowly working, but 3 R9s are not motivating you. The more you get resource positive on Relic 9 material, the more those Relic material do not hurt when you end up applying them, right? Just like Ahsoka to Relic 9 and getting the top tier of her event, I refresh that every single time. It is a great, great, great event, and I will never not refresh that. I mean, at least until we're way past Relic 9 and I no longer need Relic 9 material. That's just how the game works. I'm telling, dude, then there's no reason for you not to do Peridia Patrol right now. There's literally no reason. And I think it came around a few days ago, didn't it? Which kind of sucks. To have held off like that. But I 100%. Yes, man. Always work towards being resource positive. Always work towards resource positive. You should always prioritize being resource positive. Always. That is how you make your account work for you. That's the goal. That's what we do. Right, Xander? Always, like, oh, man. All right, what do we got? We got Kwade, the blue man, the analyst therapist in his profile picture. What time is it? It is 2:30. What are we doing? What's going on? We took the last tier and we gave you relic materials. All right, let's see. Kwade. Can always count on you for an SNL reference. Top 20 is all Leviathans, one Executor. Don't really coordinate because it's not super active. I placed first in time for my payouts. Assault battles, all at CT3, of course, except for Duel of the Fate, which is insane to me, and Peridia Patrol R7. Not necessarily as insane. It depends on where you are in the game. Been focusing on upgrading teams for TB CMs. I was thinking about upgrading my Pirates or Jedi Vanguard to R8 next to double up on Raid and CMs, but I don't know if it's worth it with the new Raid potentially coming up. I don't know if I want to push for the next GL because that'll probably be a good CM and Raid team. Just not really sure what to do. Really wondering if there's any individual characters that would make an immediate impact. Example, Cat to R9, or if I should look into doing something bigger. I don't know, just kind of lost right now. How highly do you value efficiency? Really, whatever adds the most value to my roster to help with guild events, and if it benefits GAC along the way, that's nice. I'm in a pretty high-performing guild, which I think is what I enjoy most about the game, so anything correlated to that would probably be priority. I hope I'm wrong. I truly hope I'm wrong. But I want to say that you are 13.5 to 14 million GP. I hope you're 11 to 12, but I want to say 13.5 to 14 million. 13.4 million. Motherfucker. Worth it. I don't care. So worth it. Like, what are we doing here, man? Oh, God. Duel of the Fates is one of the highest priority events. Your Duel of the Fate boys should be Relic 9. There is no world in which these guys should not be Relic 9. You have to think about being resource positive. And if you go back to the roster review that I did just previously for Pokehob, we spend 15 minutes talking about becoming resource positive. You are at a point in the game where you need to be resource positive. Like, it is met, man. Like, oh my God. I knew it was going to be an account like this. Let's see. Dark Trooper, Moff Gideon, Enoch. Yeah. You want to really help your guild. Your guild, what is your guild doing in TB? Met 6.8, 45 stars. You're probably doing Mandalore in 2 to 3 days, right? You want to talk about immediate roster development. What is the raid? Your guild is doing max box. There's no reason to invest further in the raid right now. Especially with us not knowing. You're not going to become resource positive on this 9 million to 12 million. There's no reason to further invest in the raid at all right now. If we want to talk about immediately beneficial to your account, you don't have Ahsoka. Really? My God. My goodness. This is so silly. Let's see. Ahsoka. Okay, so I'm hoping we're working on Ahsoka. If I had your account, I would be... Here's exactly what I'm doing. I am finishing Ahsoka. I am bringing Ahsoka to Relic 9. I am then doing both Duel of the Fate brothers to Relic 9. I am then bringing all 3 Peridia boys to Relic 9. You have to put on your big boy pants. And at almost 14 million GP, those things should all have been done already. That is how you help your guild, because it'll help you advance in the future. Ahsoka's Relic 9 event, insane. Duel of the Fates, if you refresh the top tier once every time it comes around, you are resource positive within a year. Now, the Peridia boys takes longer to become resource positive, but you're in a TB guild. You're doing Mandalore in 2 to 3 days. If you then take your 3 Peridia boys and you take Scout Trooper to Relic 8, and you take Dark Trooper Moff Gideon to Relic 8, you can literally auto the Mandalore mission for 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. So that helps your guild and helps you be resource positive. I have nothing else to say. This is your priority right now. When a player is lost and you're looking at small projects, those are your small projects. Ahsoka, Duel of the Fate boys, Peridia boys, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Scout at the very end. You have just helped your guild. You have just helped yourself. End of story. Nothing else needs to be done. Cat to Relic 9 is irrelevant because that's just going to happen with Ahsoka anyway. Oh, man. All right. We will do one more because that was so quick. Let's do it. We have Kadir, who I think you were on just before, weren't you? I believe you were. You were a die, I think. 2:30, let's say 2:37. 7-minute roster review. Look at that. I Adder, I feel like I tell people this stuff all the time, and they just don't want to listen. They just want to hear me yell at them. There we go. All right, let's do it. Let's see. We're at 237. And we're just about 237. Sent my roster back in April. Your advice was to finish Leia first, then go for Profundity. Since then, my plans changed a bit. Of course they did. They always do. Nobody listens to me. Profundity got delayed, and I finished Executor instead. My main question is this. After I finish Jabba and JML, Profundity will be next anyway since Executor is done. My normal energy farms are mostly free, and my crystal income has improved. I buy the regular Pass Plus, so I don't really need to spend crystals on Eric characters anymore. Would you recommend speeding up Malgus and his ship with crystals and starting the Leviathan farm now? I'm currently at 120 of 330. Let's just take a quick look at what that'll look like. 330 minus 120 divided by... Do you buy the Conquest Pass? Because you're looking at 10.5 months otherwise. Or would it be better to use Proving Grounds crystal refreshes to accelerate the Ray and Slicker lifters instead? I don't really want to go down the gas style route and then immediately chase another GL. I'd rather strengthen the teams I already have and build more GL counter teams. Our guild should unlock Riva in about 2 more TBs. I'm currently in Bronzium 1, but after the GAC reshuffle, I'm expected to end in Chromium 2 or 3. Also, my Leia hasn't been beaten once in the last 2 months. Of course not. Where you are in GAC, nobody can beat her. That's about it. I'll probably be in the live stream so I can answer any questions. One last thing. If there is a really good value bundle, I'm willing to pick it up. I'd say I'm a dolphin spender. I also don't mind buying the Conquest Pass or Conquest Pass Plus when they're worth it. I didn't red crate previous conquests. I would say, what resource event do you want? You want all of them. I want every resource event. Always make your account work for you. Always make your account work for you. That's how it works. Always make your account work for you. Man, Conquest Pass Plus is interesting because for you it might be really beneficial to be in that position because you'll be getting all of the Proving Grounds characters. So if you are someone who's a dolphin level spender, who's spending a semi-decent amount of money, and you're okay with buying Conquest Pass Plus, you might be in a really good position to do that because you get the second free Proving Grounds. So if you think about like getting Ben, Slicker, or DS Ray rather, and getting Malgus' ship, do you have, well, let's play the GP game first. I think you're around 9 million GP. No, you were earlier before. I think you're around, I want to say 8 million GP. I almost said 7. Look at that, and it's 8. So I want to check something in terms of your characters. You have Malgus? No, you don't have Malgus. So you don't have Malgus. You don't have Fury class. You don't have Ben. You don't have Ray, right? So that's 8,800 crystals divided by 165. That's like $50 in value right there. So honestly, for Proving Grounds, Conquest Pass Plus is probably super, super, super valuable to you. And it would make getting through Conquest easier as well because you get the free feats too. So I would maybe consider spending towards that, right? Because now, without even spending any crystals, you are taking a farm that took 10.5 months. Okay, so instead of 10.5 months, 330 minus 110. Oh, 330 minus 110 divided by 40. And you're making it take 5.5 months. Not for free, but for free at the same time. And then you can choose whether or not you want to refresh on top of that. What are you doing in fleets with what your fleets look like right now? Are you hitting the top 10? Are you hitting the top 20? Looks like you're at rank 13, even with just the home ones. But where are you actually hitting in terms of the actual battles? 1, 2 GLs. It kind of makes sense for where you are. You're going for Jabba JML. That makes sense. So you're in the, we call it the Holy Quadrangle, right? The Holy Quadrangle right now. You have Leia. You're going for Jabba. You're going for JML. You might as well get Profundity. 3. So you're getting there. So you're getting in the top 5. So your crystal income's fairly all right. This is not a priority, but I'm just curious. Okay, they're still at like relic 1 or so. I would definitely try to get these guys to at least the mod tier. I think the mod tier is at relic 5. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's at relic 5, Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon. You need modding. So if the mod tier is not at the G12 R1 tier, I would definitely get those guys to that tier. Rey is G12. Okay, so you have 3. Your tracker, far from Hondo. We don't care about Jedi Master Mace Windu right now. Mod tier is 7-star, then perfect. Awesome. Good. Then you don't even have to get them higher yet. They should be soon. You should get them up there by like 9 million, but it's not a priority yet. Okay. Leviathan. You are going to have to get Malik. Where is Malik at? Because you're going to have to get farm Malik. Right? And that's going to kind of play into how quickly Malgus matters. I would definitely get the Conquest Pass right now. But I would save your get one to try to get Malik as fast as possible as you kind of get into the into being able to have him done. Old Republic. You have the 2 Revens, but you're gonna have to get them high enough to do Malik, right? So what that mean? But here's what I'm trying to get at. Like, if you get Conquest Pass Plus and you refresh it twice per day, you're gonna spend a ton of crystals, but it's still gonna take you like 2 months to kind of finish Malik anyway. So get the Conquest Pass Plus. Don't refresh Proving Grounds just yet. Get Malik. Get him to 7-star. I think I definitely would try to get Leviathan on the near side. One of my biggest advice points is get a fleet before you need the fleet, because then you don't have to star it up. Even though Leviathan is really 7-star gated, doesn't sound like you necessarily need that ship right now. So being able to get it early will materially benefit you pretty significantly. If you are going to go that route, though, just keep in mind that prestige is something that CG sells very, very rarely. Which means I would stop investing in Executor. And I maybe, outside of just being able to get the bonus tier, I wouldn't invest in Profundity outside of getting the bonus tier, because you are going to want to be able to invest in your Leviathan as soon as you get it. And Prestige comes around slow. It takes about 2,000 to max out a ship. So you can kind of play around with, okay, I want it at 5 stars. I only need, I think, about 1,200. So once I get past 1,200, I can invest in my other ships and do that. But I definitely would buy the Pass Plus. You're going to need about 1,200 if your plan is into Leviathan day 1 to 7 stars. So try to keep it around that 1,200 so that you can invest as high as you can before the 7-star tier. And yes, and we don't know about the Arena Store, but I have talked to Meathead in a while ago, and they said they are aware of it, and they can't tell me where it's going to go. They have no information on where it's going to go, but Prestige will still be available. That's all I know. Try to keep your Prestige around 1,200. Anything over 1,200 you can spend on your other capital ships. Get the Conquest Pass Plus. Go heavy into Malik right now. You know, next month, if Malik is done, then you can start refreshing. But right now, you don't need to do those refreshes because we don't know how fast you're going to get that done. Go for Leviathan, but Jabba is going to be more of a priority, right? So, where are we on Jabba? Where are we on Jabba? Well, Jabba we can do mostly with Lightspeed tokens. Jedi Knight Luke. See, this is where the problem comes in. The nice thing is, okay, Wampa's already there. He's already here. So we're not that far off. Other than C-3PO, who is a journey guide character, Jabba is primarily things you can Lightspeed token. But the problem is, obviously, for the Revans, they are both journey characters. You're going to need to gear them. While you're gearing these guys, you can kind of do them in tandem. Because while you're gearing these guys, you could be burning your Lightspeed tokens towards Jabba. But I definitely think Jabba is more of a priority. Captain Solo's not, because Captain Solo is a farm, right? You can Lightspeed token that. Jabba is definitely more of a priority. Because as long as you're saving your get one for Malik, and I don't remember how much you need, I think it's like 70,000. As long as you're saving your get one for Malik, it doesn't matter if it goes a little bit slower. Jabba is more of a priority. JML. Where are we on JML? JML is a little bit further away. I would say Jabba is a priority. Then your focus should be on Malik. And then on JML. And by that time, you're probably looking at like 2 or 3 months. And if you're buying the Conquest Pass Plus during that time, it's going to significantly speed up your Proving Grounds, which means that you will be working towards DS Ray, towards Ben, who's down here somewhere, and towards that Fury class all at the same time. So to answer your one big question, I don't think it is worth it to spend the crystals on Proving Grounds just yet, but I do think it is pretty worth it for you to prioritize the Leviathan, because then you don't have to spend as many crystals on it in the future. Does that all make sense? Oh, okay. I have so much. JML is closer because when I R8 Han and R7C. Yeah, but JML is not as important. Jabba is way more important for you. Way more important, especially with Conquest Pass Plus. If you're getting Conquest Pass Plus, you're going to have some of the harder feats already done for you. Doesn't matter that JML's closer. Especially as a Dolphin spender, your mods, super important. JML get you stuff. JML get like useful. But Jabba is just so much more important. Right? Like you need C-3PO here too. You need Jedi Knight Skywalker here too. So those are going to kind of pop you up as well. If you just happen to unlock JML, great, fine. Then you unlock him. If you unlock him just because you sneezed and oops, I got it, then fine. Then get him. There's no reason not to get him. You know, but you also have to do Chewbacca. You also have to do Wedge. You also have to do Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I know that those sound like stupid small things, but Jabba is just a lot more important. And would it make more sense to use those Lightspeed tokens on him? I personally would. But your main question was, is it worth it to kind of push towards Leviathan? And I do think it is worth it to push towards the Fury class and push towards Malik. Does Jabba need a Conquest Lifter? I think that we are going to be seeing Bib Fortuna sometime in the very near future. He definitely is starting to fall way out of vogue in the current game meta. 100% hands down. Right, and then after all of that stuff, like literally after all that stuff, you're going to be at like 8.5 million GP. That's when you just got to pull the trigger, Duel of the Fates. Duel of the Fates, Relic 9. Duel of the Fates should be Relic 9 by the time you get to 9 million GP. Do you have any other questions? I have chores to do. I have things that need to happen today. I have things that I have to do before I go to this thing with my in-laws, with my mother-in-law, not with my in-laws. Yeah, once Bosch dies, you're dead. Because you also burn, you get old so damn slow at that point. Let's see who else is on. Is anybody else online right now? It looks like JJ is on, right? Should I relic for Balin? No, not right now. You have other stuff to worry about right now. A lot of people are saying, go Balin, go Balin, go Balin. I think it's a huge mistake. I think right now you are in a resource acquisition spot of the game. That is where you are in the game right now. And I think it's a real big mistake to sit outside of that.
Like, that's not
Balin gets you good teams. Balin does not get you what you need right now. Thank you, Misku. I appreciate it. We also have the TB Omicron guide now on YouTube as well, and on Discord. Couple of things. Exactly, but you can't think of just GAC. You have to think holistically. All right, a couple of things before we head out for the day. Number one, there is no Sunday brunch for 2 weeks. Next week, I am at a wedding. Saturday into Sunday. Should you Riva day one? Let's see. I'll tell you real quick. Should you day one Riva? Inquisitors. Yes, you should. You 100% should. Yes. Hands down, yes, you should. You have all R7. Yes, you should. Next week, I'm at a wedding, Saturday into Sunday. There will be no brunch. The Sunday after that, I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be in Ocean City, Jersey. So if anyone sees anybody with an Egnards hoodie on, that will be me. Come say hi, buy me a drink. So there's 2 weeks with no Sunday brunch, but we are still going to do GAC brunches. So whenever, I think it's Monday and a Tuesday, right, is the next one. For the morning, there will be a GAC brunch. On Friday, there will be a GAC brunch. Next Tuesday, there won't be one because there is no GAC. I might still just pop in and do one for TB, maybe, depending on if my guild finishes all of the battles before then or not. But there's going to be no Sunday for 2 weeks. I apologize. I have a life too. If you are on YouTube or Twitch, don't forget to hit subscribe. Help me out. Don't be one of those silly gooses that pops into these live streams and doesn't hit the button. We all like when number goes higher. I would love to hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the summer. It's looking unlikely that's going to happen. That was my goal for the summer, but then CG had other plans by not giving us a raid to talk about, and that kind of sucks. It's okay. But if you're there, help a brother out with that. And finally, if you have not checked it out yet, we have put together the infographic for TB Omicrons. It's on Discord, it is on YouTube, and my material guide, which is a video on YouTube, it is constantly updated on Discord. So I've already made 2 changes to that infographic that are minor changes. And there's a version tracker on that as well for if you ever need that. But with all of that said, we are going to raid out to JJ, who we have not heard from in a while. And think of me later while I am watching some Shakespeare in upstate New York. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And as always, peace out. Have a great rest of your day.